teams I've ever seen. And today, their coach literally just waved the white flag.
It just comes down to they're struggling in every facet of the game of basketball. 20 turnovers today.
He quit. He literally just said, Phoenix Mercury, destroy us even more than you're destroying us.
Is Angel Reese the biggest challenge for the Chicago Sky, or has the entire team completely abandoned her? After another humiliating blowout and a controversial benching of the starting lineup, Coach Tyler Marsh sent a clear message that shook the league. But is Reese to blame for the chaos, or is she a victim of a broken system? Stay tuned as we unravel the drama everyone's been talking about.
Five of the first 8 turnovers came from Ariel Atkins alone. Now she then goes on not to commit another turnover at all.
He basically benched all of his starters not long into the third quarter, just gave up.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
One of the ugliest shots you've ever seen in your life. I mean, that form is out of control.
But that continues to be something that this team continues to struggle with is turnovers. They can't turn the ball over. And when you're a team that's not an excellent offense.
Imagine this. The Chicago Sky are trailing by double digits, and instead of rallying, the starters get yanked, Angel Reese included. It wasn't late in the game or garbage time either. This happened smack in the middle of a blowout loss to the Phoenix Mercury, and it sent shockwaves through the team. Watching from the sidelines, you couldn't help but wonder, was this a wake-up call? Or had the team officially waved the white flag?
Team by any stretch of the imagination, and you keep having that amount of turnovers, it's going to be difficult to get in rhythm at any point in time.
To the Phoenix Mercury, who hadn't stopped hitting three-pointers, a lot of people online are talking about this game right now.
Camila Cardoso actually played pretty aggressively throughout the majority of this game. She scored 17 points with 3 rebounds.
It's no secret the Sky have been a mess all season. Their record is one of the worst in the league, but the stats paint an even uglier picture. Let's start with the turnovers. 18.9 per game, worse than any other team in the WNBA. And it's not just about numbers. Every turnover feels like another crack in the foundation. Fast breaks fizzling out, telegraphed passes, and complete miscommunications have become their calling card. Chemistry? Forget it. This isn't a team playing in sync. It's individual players scrambling to make something happen. But that game against Phoenix was different. Coach Tyler Marsh made the kind of decision that changes conversations, not in the good way. Benching the starters, the message was loud and clear. This team wasn't getting it done.
Miller had 17, and I gotta tell you, some of these players can't hit water if they fell out of a boat.
Only going 8 of 23 from the three-point line, and you gave up a bunch of turnovers and three-pointers. They made 17 three-pointers today.
Reese, who was hyped as the centerpiece of a rebuild, sat there, powerless. Meanwhile, the Mercury were running drills against bench players who didn't look ready to compete. Look, coaching decisions are supposed to reflect strategy, but this felt like pure desperation. Zoom in closer, and you see something even more troubling. The Sky's defensive rating is the worst in the league. Defensive meltdowns have become a theme for them. Players pointing fingers, backing off rotations, leaving wide-open lanes. In one sequence during a key Phoenix run, Camila Cardoso threw her hands up after watching yet another uncontested basket. Fans could almost feel the frustration through the screen.
And when Camila's aggressive, she looks like a completely different player. But unfortunately, the Sky shoot 34% from 3.
And Chicago Sky fans, hell, they're ready to run Tyler Marsh's ass out.
These aren't just off nights. This is systemic, the kind of dysfunction that starts at the top. So what was the benching really about? A spark? A punishment? All it did was expose deeper issues this team can't seem to fix. But what does it mean for Angel Reese? Let's talk about it. You know what's crazier? Angel Reese was the name on everyone's lips when she entered the WNBA. Her college career was dominant. Rebounding machine, offensive powerhouse, a top prospect tipped for superstardom. Fans were ready for her to take the Chicago Sky to another level, but instead, people are stuck talking about one thing: the infamous triple single game, 9 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. That stat line not only made headlines, but it also raised serious questions about her transition to the pros.
Angel only shot the ball once. She did have 6 free throws, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 9 points.
Did the Phoenix Mercury, and unfortunately, it was never there for the Chicago Sky. They don't win a single quarter in this game.
So much for coming off a triple-double. By the way, Camila Cardoso was killing it in this game.
Her struggles aren't coming out of nowhere either. Reese's numbers have dropped off significantly. In college, she seemed unstoppable, but in the WNBA, she's hitting just 30.9% of her shots. That's not just a slump. It's a whole different tier of competition exposing holes in her game. Even her rebounding, something she was known for, hasn't come close to matching the intensity and effect she brought to the court as a college star, and when you're hailed as the centerpiece of a struggling team, those dips hit harder. And then there's the criticism. A lot of people are calling her out. Some say she's more focused on padding stats than playing to win. Others argue she just doesn't have what it takes to lead at this level. What's worse is the disconnect between how she presents herself and how she's performing.
For taking bad shots, because offensively, we are not making it easy on anybody on this team to get in any type of rhythm offensively.
I mean, the way he's playing Angel Reese, I'm going to be real with you. I mean, the one thing she could do was rebound the ball, and he...
Post-game interviews have leaned heavily on talk like trusting the process and playing with poise, but fans aren't seeing that effort on the court. One analyst even put it bluntly, saying, Angel Reese keeps posturing like the league is conspiring against her. That's the kind of commentary that doesn't go unnoticed, especially for a player with expectations as high as hers. It's not like she's operating in a vacuum, though. This is the same team leading the league in turnovers and sitting dead last in defensive rating. The system around Reese clearly isn't built to support her growth. But how much blame falls on her, and how much on the team? That's what everyone's asking. The Chicago Sky's collapse can't just be pinned on Angel Reese. Sure, her struggles have become the face of their dysfunction, but let's be real. This is a team that's completely lost its way.
Shout out to Michaela Onyewerede, who had 17 points. She ties Camila Cardoso as the team's leading scorers in this game. You get 13 points from Mario Atkins,
7 of 9 from the field, 77.8%. That's how a big is supposed to shoot.
Which at that point, the game was basically all but decided when it came down to it. And this is just it. It just keeps being more and more struggle.
Analysts are already questioning if there's even one untouchable talent on the roster, calling for a full rebuild. The turnovers, the defensive breakdowns, the lack of chemistry, these are problems bigger than any one player. So now the question is, do the Sky commit to building around Reese or blow the whole thing up? Right now, this season feels like a turning point. But for who exactly?